My name is Nathaniel Hawley. On the surface, I'm a reasonably normal young adult. I'm an only child, I'm studying for my degree, I go to clubs, I play computer games, and I hang out with friends. Yet my childhood was not always this relaxed. My mother suffers from a mental illness that has left her incapable of a normal, fully independent life. I have cared for her most of my life, but I've never really understood what her illness is. I'm on a journey to find out more about my mum's life, how depression affects her, and what exactly is mental illness. My mum has attempted to end her life several times. She doesn't even realise when she does it. I have come back home in order to rebuild our relationship and hopefully get some answers. When my mum has good days, we get on well, but the down days, they hurt. I'd get in from college and she'd be there just crying and not even knowing why. Yeah, I'll put this one in.
Got that little silver. Whoa, I've got a lot of PlayStation. This is the game I got my demo. Not in. Racing.
Can't remember how old you were.
Well, your breakdown happened a few years after this. How do you remember that time?
Everything around me was black and dark. Just didn't want to carry on. Everything just sort of came to a standstill. Just didn't feel like I wanted to live anymore. I thought I was doing you harm, being around. I thought you'd be better off without me. Then I realised I was a lot weaker than what I thought. I thought I was strong, but obviously I wasn't.
Right, because I remember when you were, and the ambulance came and you were hurting yourself, like very vividly, like those images they're really ingrained, and you just don't remember it at all.
No, I know I'd done something like I was hurting myself, and you were stopping me only because I'd been told. But no, don't really. It's part of me. I want to block it out anyway.
Yeah,
to realise what I was capable of. It's very scary. I didn't feel in control, and like that we've mentioned earlier, actually self-harming didn't hurt me whatsoever. It sort of brought me back to now, here and now.
Yeah.
It was only for like a short release, so I felt I was actually alive, because majority of the time when I'm ill, I don't feel alive. I'm just dead person, just carrying on. There's nothing to carry on for.
Yeah.
It is hard to explain. And then when you come round, like when you get better, you think, what the hell have I done? And you get so embarrassed that you've self-harmed yourself. What did keep me going most of the years was looking after you. You needed me.
Growing, isn't he?
And I think that's how I kept... No, but I think that's how I kept going. And, well, I'm really proud of you. I don't know how you carried on. How you kept going. And you were there 24/7 for me. Every day you were up the hospital with me. And even now, I don't know how you done it.
Oh, well, you always think you looked after me for like a good 16 years. Least I could do back, eh?
Yeah, but just remember when I'm old. I want a nice home, not a cheap one.
It's kind of weird being back. I mean, everything's kind of just how I left it, as I expected it to, but I don't know, in a way that I'm not sure what I was expecting. It was quite emotional rewatching the home movies. Kind of seeing how she used to be, like all happy, how I choose to remember, and then obviously having her next to me now. Having a few laughs. It was nice. I missed that. It's been a while. I hate coming back here, to be fair. I'm not sure if this was still a good idea to make this documentary or not, but it has so many memories attached to it all around it. You know, I used to remember like coming in from school and just finding my mum in upstairs, like with razors, like cutting herself, and those sort of images, they never really leave you. Eventually, my mum was sectioned under the Mental Health Act. I had brought my mum back to the psychiatric ward where she was looked after to find out what happened there and how she feels about it now. How does it make you feel being back here?
Not good.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you remember from being back here?
Just how ill I was. Don't want to go down that route again.
Do you feel like you should have been here?
Yeah, I suppose I should have done, yeah, for my own safety. I mean, I want dangerous to anybody else, it's just to myself.
Not great memories, is it? Really?
No, it's not.
Having come here all the time on my little bike.
Don't like it.
How would you feel if you ever had to go back here?
Don't know. Hope not.
Think you will?
At the moment, no.
I don't think you will, even to be fair. I mean, come a long way since then.
Yeah.
I did hate it because, I mean, you were not happy here, were you? Didn't do you any good.
But I just wanted a good excuse to get out of there. So I was trying anything. Yeah, so there's lots of mixed emotions about here.
I know, don't worry. I'm sure, apart from today, you'll never be back here again.
Good. I hope so. I know, you might look protected.
It's horrible. Remember that time I kind of broke in just to come because they wouldn't let me come see you?
That was funny.
I snuck in.
I thought that was funny. I thought we were going to get the police. All the other patients were cheering you on and the staff were going mental.
Oh, no one's going to stop me seeing my mum, eh?
No.
After revisiting the hospital where my mum was sectioned, I got in contact with Dr. Andrew Meyers, an expert in mental health, to hopefully answer a few questions about my mum's condition.
I was diagnosed with bipolar. The other one says personality disorder.
As a definition, I suppose a mental illness is any illnesses that are related to sort of to mind and the experience of life. So whether that be a mood, an anxiety, an understanding of reality, or simply a difficulty with living. It could be many of those things. And I'm a great advocate for saying that mental health should be treated the same as physical health. Most mental health problems, to some extent, are heritable. You are more likely to develop a mood disorder. But even so, the way in which that presents will depend on the individual. Most of us have mood. We have low mood and high mood and all sorts of things. But depression is something much more complex than that. Yes, it can be about mood because someone can feel quite miserable. Yeah. But to be depressed, you don't have to have a low mood. The other part of the diagnosis is the lack of motivation to do those things you normally would do. The guilt that comes when people actually do take their own lives. Why did they do that when they had us? Well, it's because they weren't thinking that way. They weren't thinking rationally. And it's not always that they want to die. They just don't want to live the life they're living. I don't think any of us are immune to mental health problems in any way, as we're not immune to having a heart attack or a stroke. It's something we just don't know. What we need to do is to just make it more acceptable that mental health is just the same as physical health. And we should be sympathetic and empathic towards that and start working with them to try and help.
It's nice to find someone who actually cared. Like, you could actually tell he really had a keen interest and he knew what he was on about.
It's nice to find somebody that knew all about the medication that I'm on as well.
What really struck to me that he said, like, you are normal, you know, and you shouldn't think of that. You shouldn't say, oh, the normal people. You are who you are, and there's still lots you can do with yourself. I was quite surprised to find out that mental health existed in our family previously.
Yeah, well, it's not the sort of thing I thought I should tell you because it was past. Not the present. but I know you'd be worried about it, but I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's interesting to know, and it kind of put me at ease a lot, knowing that the chances of me gaining it when I'm older are slim.
You're a very outgoing sort of person, so I don't think you'll have mental health problems. And if by a chance that you have, unfortunately do get it, you'll be more prepared. I know you struggle with a lot of my problems, and the fact that I can't go places on my own. I know you've been finding that really hard, that I could come here to visit you. I've wanted to, but as you know, I've got to have somebody with me, but I'm hoping it's give you a bit more of an insight, and you understand that I'm not making excuses not to come and visit you, because I would have loved to have been down here. There's a lot of stigma about mental health. You've got a broken arm or leg, you can see that. You've got a broken mind, you can't see it. So it's really hard for people to understand what you're actually going through.
We need to get it out there more. Like, talking about it right now is good, it's useful. Because like I said, if your own family can't understand what's going on with you, then how do you expect the rest of the world to know? And I'm looking forward to seeing what you're up to nowadays and how you're getting along. Because I think we're up to date now, and that's good to see the future, you know.
Let's call it quits now, let's have a cuddle.
Yeah. Get off me.
After learning more about my mum's condition and mental health, we decided to move on from the past and look to the future. My mum has taken me to her local gym to show me how she's been dealing with life since I've been away.
Why is that?
It's less intimidating if it's all women, because we're all different sizes and ages, so you don't feel like people are eyeing you up and down all the time like in the main gym you are. Got that?
I'm sure you guys get that all
It's
the
a
time.
30-minute workout and you're just about to trip over a curb.
Hi Michelle. Hi Jayne, how are you? I'm Nathaniel. Pleased to meet you. Ready? Yeah. Right. Lovely. Come on Jayne, keep it going. All the way. Good. Keep it going.
Since she started coming to curves, we found that she feels more relaxed here. When she first started coming, it was the anxiety, that's okay, what am I doing here? But she's now become so relaxed. We have lots of ladies here that have the same problem as Jayne, and it's nice that they all can feel safe. As they walk in the door, they know the members of staff are here for them. When Jayne first came to curves, she was very nervous actually, of not knowing of what's expected. And as the weeks have been going on, how she's changed, she's become more lively, she's engaging a lot more, and the ladies love her. The ladies absolutely love her. They miss her when she's not here, ask where she is, and it is just such a nice friendly place for her.
I've come to the end of my journey. This time spent with my mum has really helped me to understand her condition. After meeting my mum's gym class and speaking to Dr. Andrew Meyers, it is fair to say that she is now on the right track, and I could not be happier. Mental health is something that can affect any one of us, and I now feel that I have more of an understanding about what my mother's been through. This is not to say that she will not get worse again, but I'm hopeful for the future, and I'm optimistic that her condition will continue to stabilise and that she'll go on to live a fully independent life in the future. Whatever happens, I have learned to be proud of my mum's progress. She's an amazing person, and I am so lucky to have her. I now feel that I am one step closer to truly understanding my mum.